Yeah, I spent some hours in the late morning slash early afternoon to mid-afternoon working on the details for this denim jacket arm sleeve. And then doing most of the details for continuing the belt onto this side. I think there's some more details I would like to do for the glove, but for the most part, it's pretty much done. The work I did for the arm sleeve involved deciding what details I needed to put in, and then putting those details in. I based it by a movie that you can find several copies of on YouTube. It's a short film. It features a person wearing a denim jacket. It was from that video that I got the idea to do a denim jacket for this polystyrene drawing. And this was my best attempt at getting every nuance of the arm sleeve of a denim jacket. Roughly from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Then I went to a new unfranchised restaurant for the first time in months, called Yummy Garden Hot Pot. Though I initially only knew it as Hot Pot because the front entrance to the restaurant seemed, at least to me, to only have Hot Pot as the name. I'm not at all familiar with the Chinese characters. I used an English to Chinese translator to write the words I wanted in Chinese on this hat. It was a pretty good restaurant, though. Had plenty of good food. It did something unique for our area. And the decor was pretty good, including a mural that probably took hours upon hours of work. This has taken me many hours just to get to this point. And at best, I'm only maybe a third to 40% of the way done with this polystyrene drawing. I've got most of the front done, but still got to do work on the sides and back. Doing those belt loops on this side, I had forgotten what system I used for the front belt loop, so I kind of had to redetermine that for myself. I think I ultimately settled on this sort of system for the belt loops. I'm probably going to use a Sharpie marker like this to add a bit more detail to the gloves. Around 4 p.m., after we got back from Yummy Garden Hot Pot, and Dan and I carried that chair that members of Dad's family gave him ultimately from the garage to the living room, which included rotating the chair in a special way to get it past the front door. And while we did that, the front door was propped open using a mechanism. Not a lot of front doors come with to keep it propped open. It's a metal slider bar with a sort of metal O-ring that you can slide. And for us to the left, and use it it'll keep the door propped open. After a few minutes discussion, it was decided that we would leave the chair we brought in the living room so it could replace one of Dad's living room chairs. And instead we would bring up one of his living room chairs to my upstairs room. And this is the chair that was brought up. It can rotate on a sort of swivel. It can lean back and rock a little. Yeah, it's pretty comfy. Though I don't recall using it after it was moved up to my room so far. I was a little hungry by the time we went to Yummy Garden Hot Pot. All I had in the morning was coffee, a few cups of coffee over a few hours, and some popcorn that Dad gave me around 8:30 in the morning. At some point we were going to go to the DMV to get my permit renewed, but they close. It turns out I looked them up on my phone on the way to Yummy Garden Hot Pot. Actually, I think it was on the way to Mom's place so Dad could drop off some trash, use Mom's trash bin to take care of some trash. Yeah, but it turns out that the DMV would close by 4:30 p.m. and they would be closed for the weekend. So we couldn't really go to the DMV by that point if we wanted to also go to Yummy Garden Hot Pot. So we decided we'll go to the DMV on Monday. Yeah, but I think I had a pretty big meal at Yummy Garden Hot Pot. I ended up falling asleep in the early evening. I'm thinking the reason why Dad dropped off his trash at Mom's place. He doesn't have his own trash bin yet. A large green container with wheels. That's what I mean when I refer to a trash bin in that context. The kind you roll out to the curb of your house so the garbage workers can take it away. After a new day started at 10 a.m., after new day started at 10 a.m., I generally avoided being active on Queensblade Limit Break because some of the text was in Chinese when it's supposed to be all in English, since I play the game through with the setting being for the English language, so I suspected that the game had some sort of more serious bug that would result in some items either not rewarding or some other kind of problem that would lead to an inconvenience. This is what I have so far of the elemental settlement, and I'm currently in the process of doing some scouting so that I can unlock some provinces, hopefully enough to get another province expansion so I can make room for another manifestation of air by moving this away. And this too, I believe, although it's gonna be a while before I ultimately get to that point. Lately, I've been investing my knowledge points into this Ancient Wonder, since I don't see any need to complete the rune circle for this Ancient Wonder, since there's currently no new Ancient Wonders for me to complete the rune circle for, so I can place them within my city in Elvenar. I suspect for both of the next set of Ancient Wonders I would need 2 city tiles for them, though. Something about the shape makes me suspect that. I uploaded the Yummy Garden hot pot footage instead of yesterday's my dinner to YouTube around 4 p.m. because it was the first time in months Dad and I had went to an unfranchised place. And it kind of felt important to promote something other than the My Dinner videos over the My Dinner videos, in order to show that the channel isn't just the My Dinner series, although it is a significant part of it at this point. I'll get both the previous My Dinner video and this one up at some point.